I personally was never much of a Lego guy. I always liked the Playmobil building blocks growing up. Playmobil was invented in Germany in about 1974 by an inventor who wanted to make some toys that weren't too complex but also let kids use their imagination. And actually, the figures themselves were based off of kid drawings: big heads, no nose, and a smile. And I always really liked these a lot better than Legos. I felt like they were a little less clunky, they didn't fall apart as much, and I just felt like they were a little more true to form. Growing up, I had the Halloween set, the pirate ship, knights, farmhouse, firehouse. There was a vacation house, a city house. I felt like it was just a little more real life than what Lego was. So I definitely had a lot of these growing up. And like most young boys, I kind of grew out of the building block stage and got into more of the action figures, you know, the G.I. Joes and the Godzillas and just all the stuff that us boys embraced as we got older. Well, Playmobil threw me a curveball in 2017 where they released this Ghostbusters line, and I had to have all of it. Thank goodness my wife is a saint and got me the whole set for Christmas. So I had a lot of fun putting these things together, and I always try and have these in stock in the store. And the first line in 2017 was actually went over pretty well. So then they started putting out other Ghostbusters stuff, like the real Ghostbusters, if you remember this cartoon, which was also awesome. And they've also now kind of segued into Scooby-Doo and some other lovable lines from our childhood. The one thing I really like about things like these Playmobil Ghostbusters set is that when parents come in with their kids, the parents are looking around and I constantly hear, wow, I haven't seen this since I was a kid. I remember growing up with this. And sometimes the kids are interested in the stuff and sometimes they aren't. But when the parents can bring home something like a Playmobil Ghostbusters set, they can bridge that gap between their childhood and their kids' childhood, and they're able to bond over that. And that's something we find very important here at the store, that we can bridge that gap between our childhood and our recent generation's childhood. And that's just something we really try and push here at the store.